Peace. This is a meat and potato sorcery production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and today's topic is practicing magic and rearing children. But before I get in that, here's my disclaimer for the occult family. I am not in no means telling any individual how to rear their children. How you rear your children is your business. So I want to make that perfectly clear. I am not telling you how to raise your children. Now, with that, let's get into the topic. When you become a sorcerer or a witch and you practice witchcraft daily, one of the things that you're going to have to guard yourself against, and your mentor knows this all too well, is that whatever your practice is and whatever pantheon you work with, try to separate that from your family life. And this is why I say this. Let's say, and this is for men starting off, let's say that you're going through a divorce or you're going to end up dealing with the friends of the court. And I'm being totally genuine right now. Let's say you have to deal with the courts or child support. The fact that you practice witchcraft can be used against you. It can be used against you. The child becomes a pawn in this dangerous game, because even in the so-called conscious community, and I'm always amused when people say, well, they're spiritual and the whole thing is they're into Ifa or they're into Kemet. Okay, that's fine. Let's say that you have books laying around by Michael W. Ford, S. Connolly, etc., and you're already in a power struggle with this woman, and all of a sudden it's like, don't be teaching my baby about Lucifer or Belial, Lilith, Astaroth. That's just to name a few. See, when there's a power struggle going on, the whole thing is someone has to be the villain, and the individual that you're involved with, you become said villain. And this is not just for men only. You could be a mother. Do you know if you're in a power struggle with a man, the first thing that's going to happen is that man is either going to make sure that you are painted with a broad brush. In other words, with his mother or his sisters or his cousins that didn't think that y'all had no business together anyway. This can also extend to grandparents. You will have some children that will keep your grandchildren away from you because they do not view you as psychologically fit. They don't. And I remember, because I have a daughter, and I remember that my child found one of my books on the Necronomicon. And I didn't lie. And I said, this is dealing with magic. And, you know, children, whatever, when they're very young and they're precocious, they want to really be into the same things that their mother or their father is into. And the only thing that I put forth to my child is, if you ever want to practice magic when you come of age, I would be humbled and honored to teach you. And that's the approach I took. And if I could make a suggestion, maybe that's something that you can contemplate, because I'm not really a proponent of young people practicing magic at a very early age, because they don't even know who they are. Most people don't really find out and have the courage to be authentic sometimes until they're in their 30s or 40s. So imagine if they're trying to practice magic and deal with bullies on the internet, deal with bullies at high school. There's this pressure to be so gorgeous or to be so handsome, and you're trying to fill these fictitious roles that Western society has created. Now you throw magic into the mix. What do you think is going to happen? So no, I am not a proponent of young people practicing magic. I feel that that's something that has to come when you have a little bit more life experience and you've taken your lumps from the University of Hard Knocks. So I think that when you practice your magic and your sorcery, do it in secret. And this is, first of all, for protection of yourself, but it's always as well, and more importantly, for the protection of your child. Because do you know how many people, once you make them an enemy, as far as with their parents, or as far as like it may be on the father's side or the mother's side, they will pump a child for information, and that is wrong. You don't pump a child for information. If unless that child is being mistreated or abused, that's all you need to be concerned with. You don't have to be concerned with who they're going to bed with, what books they're reading. You don't have to be concerned with that. But I know human beings too well. You are concerned with that because you want this edge. That's what you want. You want an edge. So when you go in there, oh, they do this, that, and the other, and then they want to post things on social media. He ain't this, and look what book my baby file. Now you tell me. That's how it works. So keep your practice separate, and if your child still wants to be in magic, involved in it, 19, 20, 21, whatever decision you make, and they feel that they want to get involved in the craft, I will leave that up to you. So with that, that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friend. Peace.